Hi. Good morning. I'm Dr. Fry, and we're continuing in this general series of how we walk through the jungle, the garden, however you want to perceive it, the path that we're on through life, and how we maintain health, how we encourage wellness, and how we support each other and our family in having loving family units. The place that it seems most natural for me to start is with the basic concept of child development. Childhood really begins with conception, and that's because the hormones and the chemicals and all the things that make a human being begin to amass in that small fetus as it develops toward birth. Now, I want everyone to understand me clearly that as a scientist and as a doctor, I am presenting the facts, and you can disagree or agree, and it can help you or not help you, but this is what we know in medicine. And we know in medicine that it is a miracle that a child is born. So let's talk about your baby. The first thing you'll notice when you have the baby born is that the baby is used to a calm, peaceful, interior environment in their womb, and they startle easily. Now, many people believe that the baby can learn while in the womb. I believe that. Some people don't. My children I talked to the whole time I was pregnant with them. My daughter talked to her child while she was pregnant with it. They didn't come out speaking Spanish, but they did come out highly verbal. So I think that there's some real evidence that, if not only anecdotal, it's there, that we can control some of the future of our child by early stimulation, which brings us back to birth. So the baby startles easily. It's called a Monroe, and that's the first reflex that you notice besides the grab. Babies will grab a little finger. They can grab so tightly that sometimes that you can lift their whole body weight up by their fingers with their grasp. And you need to understand that from the moment that baby, and possibly way before, reaches out and feels the air that's on this earth, that baby is learning. And you want to be there for that baby. You want to be a positive influence and a positive force. The baby is a living, interacting being, and you always want to realize that it is growing and it is learning. Whether you're angry or frustrated or happy or going through stress, that is felt by the baby, and you don't want to give the baby all that information unless there's no way around it. We're not all perfect. We make mistakes, and that's the beauty of a system where we can say we're sorry. But the most important thing about having an infant is knowing some of the basic reflexes and knowing that you want to stimulate the baby from the moment it's born. You want to talk to it. You want to turn it over. You want to hold it and tight and give it a feeling of security. You want to tickle its feet. You want to tickle its hands. You want to make lots of eye contact. And babies all sit up around 6 months. Some might not do it till 7. Some might do it as early as 4. But babies, they change, they grow, they sit up, they roll over at about 6 months. They start to babble. You need to watch these things, but don't be worried. Be calm. Don't overreact. Know that your child is on its own journey, and that whether it walks at 10 months or whether it walks in 14, it's okay, because that's the normal thing for your baby. Now, let's say a brief word about pediatricians before we end the segment, because obviously talking about a baby for the first year of life, you need to write to me. Do you want more information or less? We're going to have a reference there so that you can see what are the normal things that your baby should do in the first year of life, and these are only guidelines. But I want to wrap it up with, find a doctor that you can deal with. Find a doctor that understands you. Doctors come around like buses. There are lots of them. Catch another one. You need to find a doctor who believes like you do. If you're the kind of mother who wants to measure everything and have it exact, there's a doctor out there for you. If you're the kind of mother who says, well, you know, they eat when they're hungry and they sleep when they want to sleep and I'm not really into schedules, there's a doctor out there for you. So don't give up if you don't find the doctor right away. And know that you can always send questions here and talk to me. And tomorrow we'll talk more about your growing baby.